Ladies and gentlemen, the following is another spectacular episode of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. I'm your host, that ocean crossing, straight up bossing, flight catching, shot glass snatching. Where's he going next? Nobody knows. Three continents down, three more to go. No cap, straight facts. The worldwide star boy, Remy Blue. But it's not about me. You see, we have a guest tonight. Not just any guest, a special guest. This woman has actually been on our radar for several months. And man, oh man, let me tell you, she is definitely, if we had to give 10 females, and we mean 10 as in Ty Dillinger's 10 female wrestlers that are going to have a breakout year, that are going to be one to watch, she would definitely be on it. She's had matches against people like Ray Lynn, against people like Skylar Slice, Mia Friday, and of course, um, Maya World, who that was a classic match, an instant classic. Everybody, welcome to the show, DFW All Pro Women's Champion, luxurious Londyn Dior. How you doing today, Miss?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, great. Like I said, we were so excited to have you on here. Um, we saw your matches and we were like, wow, this woman definitely has one heck of a future ahead of her. She's definitely one to watch. And I have a good feeling that we're gonna see you on the big stage. You're gonna be one of the people that we're gonna see on
Oh,
the big
thank
stage
you.
very soon, without a doubt.
That means so much to me. Thank you. I'm excited to be here today.
Awesome. We definitely are too as well. When we heard it's funny because we heard that, Maya World, and it's funny how things, come to pass because we first saw Maya on I first saw Maya on Twitter, and she had a friend. She was at WrestleMania 2022. She had a friend with her, and both of them were getting to wrestle. I'm like, awesome, yeah, the future tag team, whatever. And then Maya got in, but I guess the friend, she decided not to pursue it anymore, and then they stopped being friends. And I'm like, okay. And then Maya said her best friend's gonna start wrestling. So I'm like, okay, who's his best friend? And it's like, oh, London. Oh, okay, Londyn Dior. Okay, all right. We'll keep a little look on her, see. And then next thing you know, we see you training. We're like, okay, hey, we got to contact her. We got to get her on the show. We got to make it happen like a captain. And all of a sudden, you graduate. We're like, awesome, congratulations. And then your first match was against your best friend, or I guess former best friend for now,
Mhm.
Maya, Maya World. And I gotta say, I'm not just saying this because you're on our show, because you're in front of me, but when I saw the two of you wrestle, you reminded me so much. I don't know how far your wrestling knowledge goes back, but you reminded me. I know you know who Shawn Michaels is. Everybody knows who Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels is. But I saw y'all wrestling, y'all reminded me of Shawn Michaels and Mari Jannetty. I don't know if
Ah,
you know who Mari Jannetty is, but
yeah.
if you've seen them wrestle, like videos of them wrestle back in the day, that's what I would compare y'all to.
Thank
Or
you.
Brian Myers and Matt Cardona, or even Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. That's what I see when I see y'all in the ring. And man, I'm telling y'all, y'all are just, woo, man. Hey, I'm telling y'all right now, her and Maya World, if y'all aren't watching them, watch about them closely. I'm telling y'all heard it from us first. They're going to be on the big stage, whether it's a tag
Thank
team, whether
you.
against each other. Y'all watch it very closely. I'm telling y'all. But other than that, man, I normally ask, 99% of our guests here because we like to give, our viewers and listeners at home, a story. So pretty much like the beginning of the story. So tell us, how did the beginning of yours, how did the beginning of your story go? How did you become a fan of professional wrestling?
It started when I was little. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, my earliest memories were of wrestling. So I would watch it with my brother and my cousin, and we would practice moves on each other. And I remember just loving wrestling from since I was like 4. And what made me want to really become a wrestler was Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker at WrestleMania 25. I was 8 years old, And I was
Okay.
like, oh, I want to do that. I have to do that.
Awesome. Wow. That I will never forget that WrestleMania. To me, I'm gonna be honest, that WrestleMania 25, um, the only thing that stood out to me, which I didn't like it too much, but the only thing that I could remember was Shawn Michaels Undertaker. That was a great. I would never forget Shawn Michaels coming from the skies as the
Mm,
white version of the Undertaker, and Undertaker was coming from beneath. And then they had one heck of a match as always. The Hardy versus Hardy, Jeff versus
yeah.
Matt, and the women's battle, the Miss WrestleMania Battle Royal, which I
Yeah.
did not like, not because of the win, because it's Santina Morella, and it's like we came to see the ladies. You know, I don't want to see you. I just think it was a slap in the face to women's wrestling, but things have gotten way better now. But I definitely remember that. That was a pretty good. It wasn't the worst, but it could have been better. So, did you see that like in on TV, or did you like just go to? Were you there live?
I saw it on TV. My mom ordered it on pay-per-view for us.
Oh, so you had one of the cool parents. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so like my mom would always, up until the WWE Network came out, she would always order WrestleMania and SummerSlam. Those were like the only two that we really got to watch.
Okay.
Sometimes she would buy other ones, but it was always SummerSlam and WrestleMania.
Awesome, awesome. Wow, that's cool. So she was a fan as well too, or was it just
Yeah,
okay?
she actually, like, her generation, she grew up with like Junkyard Dog and Ted DiBiase and the Von Erich. So wrestling has kind of been in my family.
Oh, that's cool. So, now that you're a fan of professional wrestling, you're what you're going to the shows. Well, growing up, did you ever go to go to any of the shows live, or just you just watched it on TV?
Um, I think I went to one live, but I was really little. But other
Okay,
than that, no, it was mostly just watching it on TV.
okay. So, who were some of your favorites you enjoyed watching, like growing up? Like you were like, y'all don't talk now. My favorite is on the show, is on TV right now, doing their thing in the ring.
Um, Mickey James, because she's like my earliest memory of wrestling is Mickey James. I really loved her. I played her in everything SmackDown versus Raw. I wanted to be her. Um, Also, Shawn Michaels, one of my all-time favorites. You just can't help but be enamored when you watch him. Kurt Angle, Bianca Belair, one of my
Okay.
all-time favorites, and Mercedes Moné.
Hey, no offense, I just see it. You could do a mean Bianca Belair cosplay. I got a feeling. No, 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 no. She's not. No, 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 no. Don't get. She's a beautiful woman. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. Like she is superstar, like guaranteed. But I could see you coming out with
with
the
the
ponytail and
braid.
everything, and I could see you doing it. I could
That's
see you
giving
definitely doing it.
infringement.
I could see that. Um, but yeah, but wow, that's pretty cool. Mickey James is definitely was always great to watch, and it's funny how she started off as in WB as a an obsessed fan of Trish Stratus, and then she moved on from that to write her own story and leave her own legacy. I
Mhm.
remember seeing her back in TNA when I never forget the first time I saw her. She was teaming with Amazing Red, and I guess it was her debut, and she was like, and the backstage interview was like, "Okay, Amazing Red, you have your tag team partner, and what's your name?" And she was like, "My name is Don't Effing Touch Me." And she walked off. She had an attitude. Well, that was back when wrestling was like in your face with the profanity and everything. So that's what she did. And I was like, oh snap, she's a badass. But yeah. So now that you're a fan, you're tuning in every week, you're supporting your favorites and everything. Now, how did your journey go from Londyn Dior, wrestling fan, to luxurious Londyn Dior, pro wrestler, current DFW, all pro women's champion?
Um, well, in high school, I still loved wrestling, and that was kind of when women's wrestling really started to boom. I remember I would sit in the back of class and I would watch like the WWE Network, and I would watch Sasha versus Bailey at Brooklyn Takeover like on repeat. Love that match. So I was like 16. I was like, I still want to do this. I still want to be a wrestler. And then my junior year of high school, once I turned 17, college, was being talked about and stuff. So I was like, I don't think I can do wrestling. I'm just going to put it on the back burner because I don't think it's anything I can really do. So then fast forward, I'm in college, but I'm not really happy. And then I I'm still into wrestling, and the match that really was like, you have to do this was Bianca versus Sasha at WrestleMania. And so I was like, okay, I have to do this for real. And then I Googled like wrestling schools near me, and DFW All Pro Wrestling Academy came up. And then I started training there.
Wow, that's awesome. That's great to hear. I gotta say kudos to you on, as I say, crossing the guardrail. When I say crossing the guardrail, that's a reference that I use personally. It's not something that I got from anybody else. But when I say crossing the guardrail, I mean kudos. You were a fan, but now you decide to get more involved in the business itself, whether it's a wrestler, ring announcer, uh, backstage interview, and so on, backstage interviewer, etc. Kudos to you on doing that. Not many fans can do that. They're just behind the guardrail, just supporting. But I commend you for that.
Thank you.
And you've been killing. You've been you facing Ray Lynn. You teamed with you teamed with Maya World. You fought Maya World. You beat Maya World for your first championship. You fought Mia Friday. I mean, funny part of that match, I remember Mia Friday was doing the old school maneuver, like the Undertaker. How she walks on the ropes, and then she was trying to
Yeah.
do the little cross-legged where she goes to second rope, and you were like, "Man, I ain't got time for that." You just like pulled her off. I'm like, man, London ain't got time to play, man. She's like, I ain't got time for that. But you've been killing it, man. And you're making I believe you're debuting in Oklahoma, right?
Yes, this Friday I'm going to be at Core, and I am facing Skylar Slice for the Core Women's Championship.
Oh, y'all gonna run it back? I
Yeah.
remember. Wow. Hey, I think Skylar might want to watch out, man, because the first time I saw y'all, I mean, she got that win. She got that and I think that referee was in on it too, because I saw when you were on the second rope about to do your thing and she's busy. I'm like, let's get out of the way. I'm like, let's get out of the way, man. She's helping Skylar up. I, was that Elena Lanes,
Who? I
the
don't think that's
referee?
Elena Lanes. Maybe it could have
I,
been.
I, I looked at her closely. I was like, that person looked familiar. Look at, oh, maybe I'm wrong, but hey. But I was like, man, get out of the way, man. Let them fight. And then, she gives Skylar enough time to get up and get you off the rope. And I'm like, man. And then she won the match after. I'm like, man. But
Speaking of Elena Lane, I don't know if you saw, but DFW All Pro just released the bracket for the Sadie Hawkins tournament, and me and my partner Jay Sharp, we're going to be facing Elena Lanes and Eddie Martinez in the first round.
okay,
So
wow.
we will be beating them
Wow.
on her debut. Oh.
We actually had Eddie on our show too. That's crazy. Wow, small world. But also in that I saw that bracket. But if you beat them, you got a certain familiar face that you might end up facing if they pass their match. And you got
Yeah.
Maya World and a secret tag team partner who she hasn't revealed yet. And it's going to be crazy to see
It
y'all in
doesn't
an
matter who you
intergender
put
tag
within
team
that
against each
bracket.
other. Hopefully everything goes well. Um, but yeah, it's definitely going to be one to watch. So you know, you faced Maya World. You got your and like I said, y'all, you got to beat her for the championship. Y'all ran it back again. I guess it was a no contest or whatever.
No, I won.
Oh, you
I
won.
won.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I won. I hit her in the face with the title, but I still won. So
But y'all are definitely equal, and y'all are always great to watch in the ring. And now you're like I said, y'all keep running into each other now because now y'all are going to be, she's the current Mission Pro Wrestling tag team champion with Kaya Dream. They're known as Dream World. You're going to be making your debut against a woman you previously faced in a battle royal setting.
And
Um,
I just tagged
Cali-
with her this weekend too.
Calientita, right?
Yes, I just tagged with her at RCW this past Sunday.
Wow. By the way, that suplex that you put on her, that reminded me so much of Davy Boy Smith. I was like, this girl got.
Oh, that's a big compliment.
I was like, damn, that's hella impressive. But y'all are gonna definitely run it back in Mission Pro. Like, how are you feeling right now? Are you like nervous, or like, you know what? I'm luxurious London Dior. I got this, man. I mean, y'all gonna see what it is and what's up, or is it a combination of both?
A combination of both, but mostly like I'm confident. I'm gonna kill it. When me and Callie, we're gonna have a great match at Mission Pro. I mean, I'm just gonna go out there and do what I always do, and that's be luxurious. I can't help but be luxurious, and when I'm in the ring, y'all see it as well. So, just gonna be another banger. Check off my list.
Awesome. Okay, so now, speaking of Mission Pro, I have a burning question. I don't normally get these, but I've been like, I'm dying to ask this. I can't wait to get this person on the show. So your former best friend, you know,
Mhm.
for now, because like I said, I've been watching wrestling for a good time, and I've seen former best friends turn enemies, and then they come back to becoming best friends and so on. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. So many have came back to be like, okay, you know what, we had our little scrap, but we good now. Let's go get these titles. Now, obviously, I know you want to get all the titles. Now that you got the DFW All Pro Women's Championship. You're gonna go to Core, get their championship. You trying to get all the belts, but there's also women's tag team titles. WB has them, Mission Pro has them, TNA has them. If your next match in Mission Pro was you versus Dream World, who would be in your corner to go for those tag team titles?
That's a good one. Who would be in my corner? I would say maybe Jasmine Allure.
Okay,
That'd be pretty fun.
awesome. She's very talented. We've had the honor of talking to her. That's cool. Jasmine Allure. Wow. Allure and Dior.
Ooh, Roche Chanel. Chanel X Dior.
Man, that sounds like a clothing brand or a cologne that's too rich for my blood. Like I probably gotta get my whole net worth, you know, work a whole year's overtime just to afford that. Wow, that sounds rich, man. Woo! And but I'm definitely glad you're getting that opportunity at Mission Pro. Like I said, I knew it was only a matter of time until you actually got that opportunity, and I'm very happy for you. You know, and hopefully you get to go to. So outside of like which other place are you hoping to get to wrestle to eventually? Like outside of like Core and Mission Pro, are there any other places are you looking? I know obviously the ultimate goal is WB or AEW, but are there any other places promotions that you're looking at? Yeah, I want to write my story in that place. I want to leave my mark in that place. I want to leave the fans remembering me in that town or city over there.
For sure. VIP wrestling, uh, Big Ol' Deadlock Pro, West Coast Pro, freelance wrestling, just to name a few. But I want to be everywhere. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's cool. That's awesome. So with that being said, are there any opponents that you want to wrestle in the near future? Like they could be from anywhere. I mean, they could be from WWE. Wrestling is unpredictable now. Like you might
Mm-hmm.
get Triple H that's like, oh, I like that girl, London Dior. You know something? I think I'm gonna have her come in and face Becky Lynch or face, Bianca Belair. I like the way she is. Or you might have Tony Khan with that wild look in his eyes going, oh, London Dior, wow. Hey, you know what? Let's get her in here. I want her to face Saraya or Tony Storm. Like who are your top five that you want to face?
Trisha Dora being number one. She's like one of my dream opponents. Emi Sakura, Sheeta, Mercedes Monet, and Bianca Belair.
Okay. What? I'm telling you, man, you could definitely I could see you pulling that off. Like you could definitely pull off that cosplay. Like if you were to do that, like no joke. Like I'm being like very serious about that. And I gotta say, man, like with the one unique move I like that you have a wicked like spinning forearm that you do that I
Oh,
see
my
you do
sitting
off.
back elbow?
Yeah. I'm like, yo, that look wicked, man. The way she like does it, and then she like just spins. I'm like, wow, that's cool, man. Like
Thank you.
you definitely have a bright future ahead of you. I could honestly, I could definitely see. I'll say this. I'll give you 1 year. You'll be on AEW. You'll be on Ring of Honor. 1 year. Within a year and a half, you'll probably be in Japan. I could see that.
That's one of my dream places to wrestle.
Oh, really? Do you like
Yeah.
anime?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when you go, I was stationed in Japan for 3 years with the Navy, and I can tell you that if it is everything that people say it is and more, it is a wonderful place. Like I said, I had the opportunity to live there for 3 years. It's one of the places where you'll always be at ease, at peace, and the people are just cool. They're courteous, and the food is delicious. It's like everything you eat there is healthy, but it's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And if you like anime, I would say check out Akihabara. That's where they do the anime cosplays and everything. Um, it's a wonderful place, and I know right who's over there right now. Oh, there's I forgot her name. JC Storm is over there. I know she's killing it. She's enjoying it.
Yeah, I've been seeing her kid over there.
But
I know Gigi Ray and Promise Braxton, they just came back from being over there.
oh, they're back already.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but one thing I'll tell you when you get over there, because I know you're gonna make it over there. It's undeniable. You're definitely gonna make it. Make sure you get, and this is an unofficial, and I tell every wrestler this. I guess it's gonna be my new thing now. Make sure you get your Ribera jacket. I guess you say it's a right among professional wrestlers. And have you ever heard of it before?
Yes. The
Yeah.
famous
So
jacket that everybody has.
yeah, make sure you get that jacket, man. It's definitely an honor. I mean, if I was a professional wrestler, I would definitely be trying to get one of those before I left.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being so, Japan, definitely a great place. Um, any other countries that you'd want to wrestle in?
Oh, for sure. The UK. I love the UK style of wrestling. So I would love to wrestle there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just came back from London. That's a nice place as well. Another chill place. So with in regards to like pro wrestling, if somebody came up and said, "Hey, London, you were amazing in the ring," a fan, and they were like, "I want to do what you do, man. I want to train to be a pro wrestler. I want to go to DFW All Pro." What advice would you give that young man or young woman that wants to follow in your footsteps and train at DFW All Pro?
I would just say trust the process. That's the biggest thing. It's a lot of ups and downs. It's never, ever, ever going to get easier, but you always have to see it through. You have to remember your why. You have to be willing to put in the work. This is not something that you can just skid by. You have to put in a lot of hard work forever. For as long as you want your career to be, that's how much hard work you have to constantly keep pouring into yourself and putting into your craft. But trust the process.
Awesome. So I believe you were an athlete in high school, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So let's say if you have a guy that wasn't an athlete or a girl that wasn't an athlete, and they're like, "Awesome, thanks," but I wasn't an athlete in high school. What advice would you give that person to work on, like physical wise, to get ready for the ring?
Hmm. It doesn't matter where you start, it's about the process and the journey that it's taking you on. You don't have to be the most athletic person. Get in the gym, work out, you know what I mean? Train consistently, and you will get it. You know what I mean? You don't have to be the most athletic person to step into the ring. Not
Uh,
everybody that's ever done wrestling was an athlete or was super athletic. But you know what? They got in that ring and they took that chance on themselves and they worked hard.
Cool. So for those of you that just heard that, you got some advice from the DFW women, All Pro Women's Champion. You got a little something, something. For any other advice you want to get from her, you probably got to hit up her Cash App or her PayPal, because time is money. The champ is busy defending her titles and traveling to, luxurious place. As a matter of fact, luxurious London Dior, I got to ask you, man, if you had to, let's say the bosses at DFW, the powers that be, were like, something in London, you've been killing it, man. Go take a vacation for the next month, man. Like, what are your top 5 destinations that you would vacation at when you're like, okay, I did my time. I'm gonna go relax somewhere. Like, where would London Dior, just want to chill at for that whole month? Or some top 5 places?
I would love to go to the Virgin Islands, um, Italy. Greece is like high up there. I really want to go to Greece. Um, Jamaica,
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
and I think Paris.
Wow. Okay. Great destinations. I haven't been to any. I was actually, funny thing. I was supposed to go to Paris this month. Funny you say that, but I was like, plans kind of fell through.
Mm.
With me and my friends. But yeah, but I wasn't planning to go to Paris. I was planning to go to Normandy. I heard Normandy is like a vibe, and I was like, yeah, nah, this time I'm just not feeling it this time.
Yeah.
Because that's other stuff I have to do. So, but I could tell you, the other places sound great. Um, Jamaica definitely sounds like a vibe. Don't know much about the Virgin Islands though, but all great. I don't know, for some people keep telling me about Greece. Like, I've never, like, I guess it's a new thing, but like, let me guess, you want to go to Santorini, right?
Well, Santorini, Athens, but I think I want to go to a more or less touristy place. I feel like
Okay.
those are very touristy, but they're still beautiful. All of Greece is beautiful.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I have a friend. She's like, she wants to go to Santorini, Greece. I'm like, "Eh."
Santorini is really popular. It's like a big tourist destination.
I'm I'm a weirdo because I'm like, when I think of destinations I want to go to, it's like, okay, I want to go to Samoa for some reason. Like, I'm curious about Samoa. I want to go to Ghana, West Africa. I want to go to.
That's nice.
I'm thinking about Brazil, not just for carnival, just
Ooh,
to check
Brazil
out.
is nice. I gotta add that to my list too. I love Brazil.
And my fifth, the one place in Europe that I'm actually curious is Italy, but more specifically Venice. And the only thing I wanted, and it's funny, the only reason why I want to go to Venice is just to ride the gondola. That's it. Just to sit on one of
Yeah.
those boats. Is like, okay, this is nice. So I just got two more questions before, we call it, we call it a show. So, you know, whenever you're, getting ready to do a workout, you're getting ready to get some reps in, or do some cardio, or you're getting ready to face your opponents. Now I know Diva, you come out to Diva. I know why you come out Diva, because you're London Dior. I mean, yeah, you're a Diva, but you hustle. You got that hustle in the ring, and you get the win, and that's pretty much what it is. But what are some other songs that are on your playlist that get you in that zone to take care of business?
Ooh. Let me look at my playlist right now
Okay. Oh, she brought on a playlist. Okay.
because I have a workout playlist. Okay, I'd have to say Big Body Benz by Key Glock, um, Money Good by Megan Thee Stallion. I also love Party by Beyonce. Not like it's just a very fun song that like gets me in the mood.
Okay.
And I'll say Kill Switch by Key Glock.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that's a good list. Megan, you can never go wrong. Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion
Oh,
is one
she
of my
always gets me
favorites.
pumped in the gym.
Yeah, Megan is. I mean, I don't work out to her, but I could never get bored listening to her.
Yeah.
When I heard, well, it wasn't big for not Nicki Minaj. It was Hiss. When I heard Hiss, I was like, yeah. I mean, people say that it was a diss towards Nicki Minaj, but I don't see it as that. But I'm like, whoever that was directed to, or the people it was directed to, or it was people that she directed to. I'm like, she just did a mass like murder with that song. I'm like, sheesh. When they say don't mess with Texas, hey, they do don't mess with Texas indeed, man. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. When I used to work on my playlist is my playlist is all over the place. I got a little bit of rock, a little bit of um pop, a little bit of reggae. I got some wrestlers theme songs on there. Uh, yeah, I'm not. The guys at the gym used to get pissed at me because they're like, who's in charge of the aux? What's this music?" And I would be like, and this time I would have I would have my headphones in the ears because I always did this weird thing where I turn on the aux, but I still have my headphones on. And this time they're not gonna ask me because obviously I have my headphones on and
Hmm.
I'm doing my workouts. So like it's not gonna be him. He has the headphones on. They're all like getting upset, like who's in charge of aux? This is a weird playlist, you know. So my last question. So last question. So in 5 years, right? Where does luxurious London Dior see herself?
In 5 years, I will be a much better version of myself. I'll have evolved as a wrestler, as a person. Definitely gonna be in a big company, WWE. I be in NXT holding a title. I feel like in 5 years, you're gonna see a big transformation of London Dior. I'm gonna have a lot of accolades under my belt, and I'm just gonna keep thriving.
Awesome. So y'all heard that's going to be in 5 years. I got a feeling she's going to make it happen. So I just gotta say, London, it was an honor to have you on here. Thank you very much. We're so excited. I wish my co-hosts Rob and Kathy, Rob Bass and Kathy Knight could have been here,
Okay.
but you know, I'm sure they pretty much appreciate you. I know they appreciate you being on here as well. We hope you get to, actually, face all the opponents you want to face. We hope you get to travel to all the countries you want to travel to, whether it's for vacation or just to rest in them. We hope you get to travel all over and get your name out there, become world renowned, and everybody whether they're in Japan, they're like, oh, London Dior konnichiwa, or they're in Spain or Mexico, ay, London Dior, hey, ¿cómo estás? Or whether they're in my country, Guyana, like, hey, it's London Dior, man, hey, what going on? Hey, the girls are bad, yo. Hope you definitely get to travel all over, wrestle a lot of people. Hope you get that big contract, and best believe when you make it to the big time, when we see you in WWE, WrestleMania, AEW, Revolution, or even TNA, or whatever their big event is, Slammiversary, whatever. Whenever we see you on there, best believe I'll be screaming at the top of my lungs. I'll be calling my team, yo, she made it. London Dior's on TV. Turn on your TVs now. But I'm doing errands. It doesn't matter what errands you're doing. Turn on London Dior's on TV. Best believe I'll be excited like that, because the one thing I love to see, that we all love to see, is people work hard and get rewarded for that. So we wish you nothing but the absolute best in your career. Big vibes. I'm gonna say this. I know it's gonna sound weird. You're gonna be like, Remy, you got out of wishful thinking. If you and Maya ever bury your differences and go for some tag team titles, we're calling dibs on that first interview. We're calling dibs. We told Maya this already too. If Dior World ever reforms, because that's the name I gave y'all. I mean, I know y'all probably got some other name. But if Dior World ever reforms, we call dibs on that. She's like, nah. Yeah, we call dibs on that tag team if it ever on that interview if it ever reform if y'all ever reform. So, but we wish you all the best. And before we shut this show down, where can fans find you on social media
So
when they
my
want to,
Instagram. Well, you can find me on Facebook as Londyn Dior. You can find me on Instagram as Londyn Dior. That is with two O's and three R's. Also London, Londyn, not like the actual city London. And you can find me on Twitter as Londyn Dior as well, but it's gonna be London with three N's, and that's where you can find me.
awesome, cool. And by the way, do you have any merch?
No, but I am coming out with some soon. I have a design. So you guys will be seeing that pretty soon. I'm gonna unveil it and take orders for merch.
I'll tell you what. If whenever you have that merch out, let me know. I'll definitely copy it and I'll go model it on my Instagram. I'll be like this on the wall, looking away, you know, or on my phone like this. Yeah, So yeah, but y'all definitely heard. She's on social media. Follow her Instagram. Follow her Twitter. Pay close attention. She's gonna be one of the big timers. No cap, straight facts. It's gonna happen. So whenever that London Dior merch drops, make sure you cop it. So that's why when some jabroni comes out and be like, "Hey, I just got the new London Dior merch from Derby Shop," or the new London Dior merch from Shop AEW, you can be like, "Man, sit down. I got her merch from when she was an indie, when she was on the indies, man. I'm a real fan." You know what I'm saying? So definitely do that, man. It's a great thing to support indie wrestling. Trust
Yes,
me, it's
please
a great
support indie
feeling.
wrestling.
So, and one more thing, y'all definitely make sure y'all follow DFW. They got a lot of impressive people coming out
Yes,
there.
DFW All Pro. We have so much talent that comes out of DFW All Pro. Our trainer, the best trainer in the world, Lou Gotti, the best of the best. And we have nothing but great talent that keep coming out of DFW All Pro. So definitely check out DFW All Pro Wrestling Academy.
So I gotta ask you. Um, I know we're about to cut out, but quick question: five wrestlers we should have. Some wrestlers we should have on the show. Like we should definitely look out for.
Jay Sharp, sweet Jay Sharp. He's great. All the four seasons, honestly. Um, Mr. Riley Sinclair, he's amazing as well. I'd say LBJ, he is a phenomenal wrestler. Who else? I think Street Style Fight Academy, they're a great tag team. Dylan Cavens, he is small but mighty. So many great people to have on here.
Awesome. I'll definitely check them out because we're always looking for people to have on the show. And you know I always say I'm like Professor X. Like I don't know if you watch, like, you read comics, but I have so many wrestlers, so many people like in the wrestling industry to contact. It's just a matter of who I should talk to first. Yeah, it's pretty much a matter of like so many wrestlers but so little time. Like I could find somebody to have on the show every day if I wanted to. But time won't. You only have so much time when you work. You also work a 9 to 5. So,
Yeah.
but all the best to you. Congrats on graduating, and I know you're gonna impress wherever you go. And with that being said, it's about time for us to shut this show down. My stomach is rumbling. That means it's time for some early dinner, or I guess late lunch, whatever you want to call a meal that you have at 5 o'clock. But it's about that time. But before I partake in those activities, I just want to thank everybody tuning in live tonight. Thank you very much. We really and truly appreciate it. Myself and the rest of the Ringside Society crew. We're one of the best wrestling podcasts a wrestling fan could, should, and would listen to, and we're not going to stop being that. For those of y'all that are listening later on, you get a chance. Thank you very much in advance. And those of y'all that hate us, can't stand us, really and truly wish we just go away and take our merch and whatever we have with us. Well, like myself at a Golden Corral, we're not going anywhere for a while. So, with that being said, we just want to everybody know that we here at Ringside Society, myself and Rob Bass and Kathy Knight and the rest of our crew, we're very well aware that everybody and their grandparents and their parents of, oh wait, I'm missing something. Oh, I forgot. I always skip this part. Um, before I end the show, if you want to follow me on social media, not that I say a lot of cool things, but I do go to a lot of cool places. You can definitely find me on Twitter and Instagram at the Remy Blue. For those y'all watching, you can follow me there. Our podcast is also on social media. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and yeah, Twitter and Instagram, Ringside Society, Twitch at Ringside Society 2019. We're on Facebook as a Facebook group, and we're also on Spotify and Teespring, where we sell official Ringside Society merch. And last but not least, we have a YouTube channel where you can see cool interviews like this one, like the one we had with Maya World, like the one we had with Eddie Martinez and Nate Concrete. So many other great men and women in the world of professional wrestling, not just in Texas, not just in Georgia or Florida, but all over the world. You can find those cool interviews on YouTube. All you gotta do is really simple. Go on YouTube, type in Ringside Society, and once you see that really good looking dark blue and light blue yin yang sound with the blue things around it, that's where you know it's us. So make sure you subscribe to all our videos because we got a lot of cool stuff coming up, and you don't want to miss a thing like Aerosmith in 1998. But as a matter of fact, since I'm feeling so happy today, since I'm feeling so nice today, coming up tomorrow, we will be having a very talented woman, and I have a feeling it's only a matter of time until some major promotion picks her up as a ring announcer. I'm talking about the one and only Eliana from Mission Pro. She will be on our show. She will be on our show tomorrow. So make sure y'all tune in for
I
that.
love
Be-
Eliana.
Yeah, she's very talented. For some reason, she reminds me so much of Samantha. What's her last name? Ricochet's
Irvin?
girlfriend. What?
Samantha Irvin?
Samantha Irvin. I almost called her Evans. But yes, Samantha Irvin. She reminds me so much of her. So she'll be on our show tomorrow. I believe it's going to be 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time for all my East Coast riders. For all my West Coast riders, you know it's going to be 4 o'clock. So y'all stay tuned for that. We got that coming up. And that's pretty much it. So, we here at Ringside Society, we're very well aware to everybody and the grandparents and the parents of a podcast, but we're not your grandparents' podcast. We're not your parents' podcast. As a matter of fact, we're not just any podcast. Hashtag, we are not the same. So, with that being said, I'm going to say it one time for the mind, one time for the people, one time for the wrestling culture, one time for the great folks there at DFW All Pro. Lou Gotti, you're killing it. Keep on killing it. You're doing great work down there. And one time for the DFW All Pro Women's Champion, luxurious Londyn Dior. We're the Wrestling Fans Podcast, Ringside Society. We'll be back tomorrow with another impressive guest and another impressive host. But until then, we just have 4 favors for you. Stay safe, stay healthy, be excellent to each other, and enjoy wrestling. We out. Peace.